Football has never been short of great managers. Men who dominate eras, men who build dynasties, men who win trophies year after year. But only a handful truly changed the game itself. Pep Guardiola is one of them. To some, he's a footballing innovator, a manager whose ideas reshaped modern football. To others, his success is inseparable from elite squads, world-class players, and powerful clubs. One thing everyone can agree on, Pep Guardiola is a genius. But is he the greatest of all time? Before Pep Guardiola became a manager obsessed with control, positioning, and space, he was a player shaped by one of football's greatest thinkers. Guardiola joined Barcelona's La Masia Academy as a teenager in the mid-1980s. He wasn't fast, he wasn't strong, but he understood the game. That understanding was sharpened under Johan Cruyff, who arrived as Barcelona manager in 1988. Cruyff implemented his vision of total football, a philosophy built around positional play, technical superiority, intelligence over physicality, and domination through the ball. Guardiola became the pivot of Cruyff's team, the deep-lying midfielder who dictated tempo and rhythm. Cruyff later said, "Pep was always where the ball needed to be. He saw the game before anyone else." As a player, Guardiola won 6 La Liga titles, 1 European Cup, 4 Copa del Rey trophies. But his most important achievement wasn't silverware. It was learning that football could be systematic, structured, and controlled, a set of ideas he would later take to unprecedented levels. Guardiola retired in 2006. Unlike many former players, he didn't rush straight into top-level management. Instead, he took charge of Barcelona B in 2007. 1 year later, Barcelona made one of the boldest managerial appointments in modern football. Pep Guardiola, 37 years old with 1 season of coaching experience, was promoted to first-team manager. At the time, the squad was underperforming. The dressing room culture had declined, and expectations were enormous. Guardiola immediately made difficult decisions. Ronaldinho was sold. Deco was sold. Several senior figures were moved on. Pep wasn't interested in reputation, only function. From day one, his message was clear. If you don't fit the idea, you don't play. What followed between 2008 and 2012 is widely regarded as one of the greatest periods any football team has ever produced. Guardiola refined Cruyff's ideas into something more precise. This was positional play taken to its extreme, players occupying exact zones, passing triangles everywhere, relentless pressing immediately after losing the ball, possession used as a defensive and attacking weapon. This wasn't just tiki-taka, it was control through structure. In his first season, Guardiola won the treble, an outstanding achievement. And by the time he left Barcelona, Guardiola had won 3 La Liga titles and 2 Champions Leagues, 14 trophies in 4 seasons. But the trophies alone don't explain the impact. This Barcelona team dominated elite opposition at their peak, including Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United in 2 Champions League finals. After 4 intense seasons, Guardiola stepped away. The pressure, scrutiny, and emotional demands of perfection had taken their toll. And after just 1 year away from football, in 2013, he returned, this time to Germany. Guardiola joined Bayern Munich, a club that had just won the treble. Unlike Barcelona, this wasn't a rebuild, it was an experiment. At Bayern, Guardiola pushed his ideas even further. Fullbacks stepping into midfield, centre-backs becoming playmakers, formations changing multiple times within a match. He adapted his philosophy to a faster, more physical league, a different footballing culture, a squad built for power as well as technique. At Bayern, Guardiola won 3 Bundesliga titles and 2 German Cups, but he never won the Champions League with Bayern. Some critics argued he overcomplicated big European games, yet players consistently praised him. Bastian Schweinsteiger said, "Training under Pep was like going back to school, but at the highest level. Bayern under Guardiola dominated domestically, but the European title remained elusive." In 2016, Guardiola arrived at Manchester City. Many questioned whether his ideas could survive the Premier League, a league known for pace, intensity, and physicality. His first season was difficult. City finished without a trophy, defensive weaknesses were exposed, but Guardiola was building something long-term. Pep reshaped City in his image. Key signings included Ederson, a goalkeeper chosen for his distribution, Kyle Walker, pace and tactical flexibility, Ruben Dias, defensive leadership, John Stones, reinvented as a hybrid defender midfielder, Bernardo Silva, technical intelligence and versatility. Guardiola didn't just buy talent, he bought profiles. Players who could think, adapt, and occupy multiple roles. City under Guardiola became a positional play machine, a team built on controlled possession, and a side that suffocated opponents high up the pitch. Fullbacks moved into midfield. Wingers held width religiously. Midfielders rotated constantly. Every movement was choreographed, but with room for creativity. Kevin De Bruyne said, "Pep gives you the structure, then trusts you to make the difference." Under Guardiola, City achieved multiple Premier League titles, a record-breaking 100-point season, domestic trebles, and eventually the Champions League. More than trophies, City became the reference point for modern club football. Guardiola's impact extends far beyond the clubs he's managed. Across Europe, his ideas are everywhere, with countless managers all taking inspiration from Guardiola's philosophy. Playing out from the back, goalkeepers as playmakers, inverted fullbacks, positional discipline in possession. Pep didn't just change how teams play, he changed how teams prepare to play against each other. It's hard to rival a man who won 13 Premier League titles. Sir Alex Ferguson didn't just dominate English football, he defined it for over 2 decades. His Manchester United teams won across eras, generations, and styles of play. Players came and went, rivals rose and fell, but Ferguson remained. And yet, when Pep Guardiola's name enters the conversation, it isn't because he mirrors Sir Alex's career, it's because he represents a completely different type of greatness. At their core, both men share striking similarities. They are relentless competitors, they demand total commitment, and they build environments where winning becomes the standard rather than the goal. But how they achieve that success could not be more different. Sir Alex Ferguson was, above all, a master of people. He understood dressing rooms, personalities, egos, and moments. He knew when to push players and when to protect them. His greatest strength wasn't a single tactical system, but his ability to rebuild, time and time again. Manchester United under Ferguson evolved constantly, from direct, fast-paced football in the early years to dominant, attacking sides in the late 1990s to more controlled, experienced teams in the final decade. Ferguson didn't impose a philosophy on his players. He shaped his football around them. Pep Guardiola approaches the game from the opposite direction. He is a manager defined by ideas. Where Ferguson mastered adaptation, Guardiola mastered structure. Every movement has a purpose. Every position has a role. Every player fits into a carefully designed system. Pep doesn't just coach players, he educates them. Xavi once said that playing under Guardiola felt like learning football all over again. And that idea follows Pep everywhere he goes. From Barcelona to Bayern Munich to Manchester City, Guardiola has carried the same core principles: control, positioning, and dominance through the ball, while adapting the details to different leagues and squads. Both managers improved players dramatically, but in different ways. Ferguson brought out the best version of his players mentally. Guardiola often creates new versions of his players tactically. They didn't climb the same mountain, they didn't take the same path, but both reached the very top of football. And in the end, maybe greatness doesn't come in one form. Maybe it comes in different philosophies, different eras, and different ideas about how the game should be played. You might choose Sir Alex Ferguson, you might choose Pep Guardiola. Football is richer because it's had both. And the debate? That's what makes the game timeless.